Yeah, live.
Live, sir. A wonderful and pleasant afternoon to one and all attending this webinar. I think we all have traveled with Chennai Institute of Technology long enough to know that no matter what happens, learning never stops. And so here we are with yet another learning session on PSOC, Programmable System on Chip. And today is just going to be an introduction session. We originally planned the session to be hands-on in college campus, but according to the government rules and the pandemic conditions, we're going to be having it online for now. And once all these pandemic conditions clear off, we'll be having an hands-on session on campus. So today we have with us our chief guest, Dr. P.A. Manoharan, Dean of the Innovation Cell, Chennai Institute of Technology, Chennai. And he is currently serving as the director of Robota Technology Innovation Private Limited, Chennai. He is involved in research projects of nano drone and prototype design and development of passenger drone. Former technical officer, professionally involved in various breakthrough projects and research programs of DRDO laboratories during his glorious 39 years of service in DRDO. Officer has been associated in defense-related projects for the design, prototype developments, configuration, calibration, and testing of electronics and control systems. He is diligent, highly motivated team leader, and voluntarily shouldered the responsibility of essential tasks of server management, DRONA system administration, cybersecurity, and EPABX system. His area of expertise include MEMS fabrication, embedded system instrumentation, MEMS sensor design, polymer science, silicon device fabrication, purchase management, inventory control, PCB design, server networking, skill development program, and humanoid robot. He has been awarded the DRDO Award, Best Performance Award for the design and development of PZT pressure sensor and MEMS-based sensor development and design, 2015, and RIC Lab Award, Outstanding Contribution in the Development of Systems of Defense Relevance, 2013, and RIC Lab Award for Outstanding Contribution in Electronics of Various Projects Development of Defense Relevance, 2016. It is a great pleasure to have you with us, sir, and we're truly privileged to have you in CIT. And without further ado, I would like to hand over the session to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon to Asika. Good afternoon to all the participants. I am currently serving as Dean Innovation for CIT. Recently, I took over the charge. On 5th March, I joined. Now I am going to talk about piece of programmable system on chip. Before starting, what is programmable system on chip? Let me have a small introduction about the embedded system. What is embedded system? All of you might have studied embedded system. Almost all the gadgets which is on the market is of embedded system. Conceptually, we should know what is embedded system. When we take some software that is a program and put it in an appropriate hardware towards performing a particular task or application, we get an embedded system. Sorry to interrupt you, one small... Madam?
Is everything all right, sir?
One second. I'll reconnect it.
Sure, sir, sure. Kindly remain patient while sir reconnects. Thank you. Sir, kindly turn on the audio, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, to summarize, when we take some software that is programmed and put it in an appropriate hardware towards performing a particular task or application, we get an embedded system. Why appropriate hardware? All the hardwares are not compatible. Software, algorithms, syntax are getting varied from one system to another system. That is why whatever we develop a program or software program, directly you cannot load it to different kind of hardwares. So specifically, we have to load the hardware to the concerned software only. Totally, it will work properly. Otherwise, what happens? There will be a mismatch. So, to talk about what is this pictorially, we should represent what it is. I have many software. I have an hardware. This hardware consists of microcontroller or microprogrammer, which has got a built-in memory. This software is loaded to this microcontroller. This has got a memory. Whatever we store, the algorithm partially it will drop to the system directly, or some part of memory is stored in the inbuilt microcontroller. So that the embedded system, this is called embedded system. We are taking some software. All of you know that embedded C, C++. These programs are designed to operate the hardware which is existed in the microcontroller. So, according to our design requirement, this task is getting completed. This is a small computer kind of thing. So, whatever the gadget or system we are planning, this small system works for the required design. Now, we know what is embedded system. Next, what is this PSOC I am talking about? We were thinking of just we have given outline of embedded system only. Now we have to know conceptually what is PSOC or system on chip. What is system on chip? System on chip comprises of a microcontroller or microprogrammer, a memory, and a clock to run with this. You need to connect with this to the input devices. Input devices are nothing but a switch, button, or keyboard, or touchpad. Output devices are LED, LCD, and printer or speaker kind of things are output devices. Additionally, we should have memory to store the programs. Programs are stored in the memory. Microcontroller takes the stored program from the memory and then it executes according to the program fed into this. To talk about this, you can say any system on chip comprises of a small memory It's a microcontroller or microprocessor. It needs a memory. It needs clock. Then power. Input. Input is nothing but a switch or push button. Or touchpad. Then it needs to give output. Output is you can have LED or LCD or printer. You need to use inter-integrated circuits. Inter-integrated circuit. You are having sensors, different kind of sensors. Sensors, you know very well. Any analog sensors. Suppose you want to monitor temperature or pressure, level of water, and so on. Some of them are mostly we have maybe analog sensors. So we need to connect these sensors to ADC. This ADC converts this analog signal into data, which is of 8-bit or 6-bit. This is connected to the inter-integrated circuit, and then this output is fed to the microprocessor for processing. Once this processing done, this command output is given to the output line to perform our task of LED, LCD, printer, whatever the case, maybe motor or whatever it is. So input is switch it, push button, touch mode is given input to the microcontroller. But when you want to design an embedded system, this input we need not have to consider. Because you are switching on the system and leave it for autonomous operation. There is no requirement of input, but testing, calibration purpose, we are using this input system. And suppose you are using this memory, this microcontroller also has got some inbuilt chip which comprises of limited ADC. This inter-integrated circuits are nothing but maybe ADC, DAC, digital to analog converter. Then you have USB, I2C inter-integrated circuits, and serial peripheral interfaces. These sensor outputs are taken through inter-integrated circuit, and the output value is fed to the microcontroller. According to the sensor input to the microcontroller, we program in such a way that this sensor, if we use this data, I need to perform certain tasks. That is our design aspect. So, if you put all those things in a system, It is called system on chip. If all these factors are apart from input and output, whatever you are designing a system, if this system comprises of all these elements, then it is called system on chip because this works on the system. How you are calling this as a programmable system on chip? Advanced level manufacturer, industrial computer, what they do these ADC, DAC, DB, SPI, PWM, all those things, they have certain type of component. These components, suppose conventional ADCs, it has got fixed value of 8-bit or 12-bit, 16-bit kind of thing. Whereas this programmable system on chip has got a facility to design our system. It may be 8-bit or 12-bit. Number of ADCs you can include. So this has got the advantages. That is why we are going for PSOC. PSOC is manufactured by Cypress Semiconductors. Cypress Semiconductors, which has got all the features to facilitate the design as per the industrial standard. And also, if you are having a system on chip, which comprises of all this inter-integrated circuit inside the component, you need not wire this externally. That means the time of communicating from the microcontroller to the external world is minimized. Power saving is done. It works out very cheaper cost. So this system on chip has got a flexibility to program your inter-integrated ICs so that our system works as per our design requirements with flexible. Okay, to talk about how this microcontroller is communicating to the outside world through programming. These programmings are nothing but every microcontroller has got a algorithm. Normally it is written in C, C++, but higher end commercial PSOC kind of thing has got a flexibility to program the device easily. A set of program called API, Application Programmable Interface. This is nothing but when you want to write a program for suppose you have ADC. This senses some data from sensor. Sends the output as a data to the microcontroller. Imagine if you are writing a program, it has got a number of lines because this microcontroller receives send signal SOC and EOC. This clock signal, the microcontroller sends the clock signal on, then this takes input from the sensor. This input will be taken from start of conversion, end of conversion. SOC is nothing but start of conversion, and this is end of conversion. When all start to end conversions are completed, this data is fed as a number of the page bit, for example. Data is communicated to the microcontroller. If you want to write conventional program to get this data, it's a very, very lengthy process which will take very long time. So,
I think we're facing some kind of technical issue. Kindly stay on the line. Yeah, sir, it's back.
okay. And you can take care.
Over, sir?
Video came out. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is that visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Okay. So, if you want to write a program without API, it's a lengthy line you have to write. Say 10 lines you have to write in C++. This ESOC has got a flexibility. Suppose you want to take data from ADC to the microcontroller, it will write this ADC, I am naming it as ADC. ADC has got a flexibility that ADC underscore start. That's it. All the lines, whatever we are writing for conventional method of C++ has been reduced to only one single line. So this is the flexibility we have by using ESOC. Next one is, if you want to send some signal to LCD or LED. LED underscore write. So flexibility of programming is becoming very easy, and also we have number of components which has got inside the ESOC. We can take the components, wire it to the system, then you have to configure this to the pin numbers. The required output can be obtained from the pins. So this is the easy method of programming, as well as complexity has been reduced to the maximum extent. Now, I want to use this PPTs for some of my presentation.
Yes, sir. 1 second.
Yeah.
Which slide do you want me to stop on, sir?
Second one. First one is over.
Second, one second.
Already it is there. How embedded system differs from PC.
Wait, sir. I'll check onto it.
Yeah. It's okay? Is it visible?
Not yet, sir. Yeah, it's there.
It's there, no?
This one, right, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Personal computer network system is comprises of servers and workstation, both in the order of millions. Unnoticed billions of computing systems embedded within the larger electronic devices are built every year. Devices running on electric power either already as a computing system or will soon have a computing system embedded in it. Embedded systems are computer system where simple resource constrained chip is used to perform a specific task in real or near real time. See, embedded system is nothing but a small system like a computer. It has got a restricted memory to store the program and to perform the particular task, so that it minimizes the space. Unwanted IOs are removed. Only to perform the required task, these embedded systems are used. Like many gadgets you can see. Nowadays, they are using the thermal scanner. It's an embedded system. So all the COVID situation, we are getting the devices at the cheapest cost of even 750 rupees and all. We are getting a thermal scanner. These sort of devices are coming out because of simplified designing system, as well as the cost of manufacturing is reduced. The power input, longevity of the power, all depend because of embedded system. Embedded system design. Embedded system design differs from the conventional PC due to their constrained system. That is, it has got a limited memory space and limited resources. Only it has to take some input autonomously, like webcam or any other electronics devices. It does autonomously for the required application. Computing system other than general purpose computers are embedded system. Today, embedded systems are found in home security systems and many applications like cell phones, portable video games, automated teller machines, etc. Programmable system on chip. Programmable system on chip is a family of integrated circuits made of Cypress semiconductor, which is abbreviated as PSOC, as a CPU, analog and digital mixed signal arrays of configurable integrated peripherals. Programmable system on chip includes microprocessor to facilitate both hardware and software programmable. There are two types of processor in modern PSOC: hardware processor and software processor. What is this hardware processor? The hardware processor core is an FPGA. FPGA is nothing but field programmable gate array with circuitry for microprocessor embedded in the chip, surrounded by programmable logic as shown in the figure. The processor in the lower right corner is fixed circuitry that makes the place of some programmable logic in an ordinary FPGA. This is the chip. This has got a memory. These are all the logic gates. The outputs are given in the 4 quad QP designs, quad packages designs. Suppose it is 48 pin, you will have 12 pins in the side. Soft processors. The soft microprocessor, also called software microprocessor, soft core microprocessors, or a soft processor is a core that can be only implemented using logic synthesis. Any processor with sufficient logic resources can be a programmable system on chip by including a soft processor. Soft processor advantage is that it can be configured optimally for a system, and unnecessary functionality can often be removed. Although significant changes may render the software compiler and other tools unusable. What are all the processors we are generally using it? PSOC uses ARM Cortex-A, and there are 3 types of cores available: Cortex-A, Cortex-R, and Cortex-M. A for Linux or Android applications. Cortex-R is used for real-time applications, and Cortex-M for microcontroller unit markets. So mostly Cortex A5 and A7 is used for PSOC operation. This is, all of you know that ARM is nothing but advanced resource machine, which has got a computation capability. Highest you need not write a number of lines. So it understands the synthesis and the syntax are very, very compact, simplified. So 10-15 lines of instructions or instruction sets are reduced to a single line instruction. So it is a proved architecture. That's why most of the embedded system designers are using this ARM Cortex. PSOC also one among the user. PSOC mixed signal array. Earlier it was started by Cypress Semiconductor. Now this company has been taken by Infineon. During 2019 March or so, company has been taken over by Infineon. But these people, they do extensive support to the universities for their university aligned projects, and they are very much helpful to the education community. They sponsor the kits to the education institution for the design and development of system, which is useful for the industry, as well as they educate the students community for the caliber enhancement. PSOC 1. This is, you have three layers. First one is outer pins, how it has been connected. It has got number of ports here, port A, port B, port C, like that. And it has got a microcontroller output pin configured to the certain ports. If you happen to visualize layer by layer, the second layer, mid layer, is nothing but what is the logic unit you are connecting to the microcontroller, from microcontroller to the pin. See, some cases you may use ADC, UART, and then digital block. These are all the components available in the PSOC. And analog array, you have got ADC, then components which has got built-in capability. And the bottom layer is nothing but it's not visible much for me from here. It has got a CPU, it has got a MAC communication port, and then I/O ports to connect from. In this, PSOC 1 uses M8C, PSOC 5 uses 8051, and then PSOC 5 ARM and Cortex M3. These are all the microcontrollers which has been used for the PSOC programming. To summarize, what are all the blocks it has got? It has got a ADC, UART. The digital blocks are given over here. You can select which block we need. We have got CT and SC, ADC kind of blocks available, which can be used flexibly to convert from the outside environment. If you look into this block diagram, you have got communication sector 1, like I2C, ADC, and then watchdog timer, LVD, interrupts. Then other side, you have got ports and pins. Ports, and these ports are connected to the pins of the microcontroller. The analog, through pins, this signal is taken from to the configurable I/O port, and from I/O port it has been taken to the analog or mixed signal array. Then This signal is fed to the microcontroller. Example of what function appears. Suppose PSOC can be defined to meet customer requirements with countless configuration of possibilities. Both of these devices are made from same chip. You can see one device selected, one 8-bit counter, one 16-bit timer, and then one full duplex ART with baud rate generator, whereas the second device has taken your programmed it for 16-bit counter and 8-bit PWM and so on. PSOC is configurable mixed signal array with as onboard controller, which creates customized chip. User defines what functions appears, when they appear, how they interconnect to the system. Say, if you want to design a system, you first should decide what are all the functions we need, and then we have to interconnect this to the microcontroller. This is the architecture of Cypress programmable system on chip. You can see right side, this is the evaluation board. This has got pin outputs on the edges, and it has got a sensors like cap sensors, and you can connect different input devices like through potentiometer analog signals. You can get it, and you can also give output from the digital pin which has been given in the outer peripherals. This is the quad packages. This has got the number of output pins which has been numbered over here. Inside the port, you have been given port numbers, and this is the pin numbers. And the schematic explains very clearly by data sheets. You can find out what are all the pin and required for what function. Every PSOC has got a data sheet. We can go through the data sheets and find out which pin you have to connect to the required design. This is general purpose IO port 0.7, and it has got a VSSA, VDD, and remaining all GPIO ports are.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. Which slide am I supposed to be showing?
PSOC 4, not visible?
This one, sir? Yes, sir. PSOC 4 pinout diagram.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I'm little fast, is it, Sika?
No, sir. I couldn't figure out which diagram you were talking about.
Okay. PSOC 4 pinout diagram. This figure shows the pinout diagram of TQFE top view. This has got a different pin configurations, which has got a port and pin numbers. Inside, whatever is given as a pin numbers, and outside represented as a port, and these are all the functional GPIO, general purpose input output, and we have got VSS and VDDA and VDD, VSSA, and then this is a general configuration. Generally, you will get a dot from the corner. This is the start of it. Suppose it is 44 pin. One starts from this dot, left side. 1 to 11 will be there. Then 12 to 22, and so on. So this quad pin has got divided 44 into 11 pins at one side. So if you want to design a system, PSOC, actually this should be a hands-on session, then only it is possible to understand the system. But still, let me explain what PSOC does with this. this has been divided into 5 routines which can be made as a design, which is used for designing the PSOC system. First one is to select the component. Components are available in the right side window. Here, if you see number 4, you will get number of components, discrete or analog, clock, and then system, ground, whatever it is, you can type here and get the component. Pick the component, place over there. Once that component is placed, you have to configure that component for your design requirement. Once that component is designed, then you may have to connect this to the microcontroller pin. Once the pin is connected, then you may have to write the program using embedded system, that is PSOC programmer, which is generally given in C language. Only thing, it has got a mixed capability of using C, C++ with API, application programming interface. Once that syntax is given with your required algorithm, which can be compiled, the compiling is required to convert this high-level language into Xcode. Once this Xcode is without any error, then we can burn this program to the microcontroller to complete the design. Once that is burned, we can have the testing of this. Generally, PSOC 4, PSOC 3, it has got five variants. Now, which has come with BLE also. PSOC 1 is the approved model, which was started earlier. Now, presently, we are going for PSOC 5 and PSOC 7 advanced firmware kits, which has been available in the market. These devices are capable of designing the system with highly advanced drone controllers and other medical equipments. These are all the applications we are using: drones, mouse, cell phone designs, and then RCs, monitors, mouse, remote controllers, cameras, and gadgets like electronics gadgets like watch and Apple iPhones, etc. has been used. I have given a glimpse of what is PSOC. Actually, this session would have been better understanding with the use of kits. Next time, I am planning to give a hands-on session for 7 exercises. Once you do these exercises, definitely you will understand it. Students, it is being a theoretical session. Whatever we say, it will be you might have done in the classworks, or you are going to study in the future. But this sort of hands-on experience will definitely motivate you to understand the system in the concept level, as well as you can perform very well for the theory classes. I will definitely conduct one workshop, hands-on workshop for 2 days with different type of examples after this leave period or post-examination. Till that time, any queries and other things, Ashika may interact and get back so that I will answer.
Okay, sir. The chat box is open, people. If you have any queries, you may.
நான் கொஞ்சம் செட்டா பண்ணல.
I don't think we have any queries as of now, sir. So, can we end the event, sir, now?
Yes, ma.
Okay, sir. Then I'll just give the vote of thanks and then we'll end. Yes, sir.
So, சிலதெல்லாம் new add பண்ணிருக்கேன்.
Okay, sir. So thank you so much, sir. And I take great pride in thanking today's speaker, Dr. P.A. Manoharan, for delivering such a captivating lecture on introduction to peace work and giving us his valuable insights. I am sure you have ingrained the concept of clearly in the minds of the students who attended this event today. Thank you so much. And I would like to express my enormous gratitude to our beloved chairman, Shri P. Sriram, and our respected principal, Dr. A. Ramesh, for their unconditional support and constant endeavors to enlighten our future. Now, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the immense support given by the faculty members who have shown their ardent support to roll this introduction seminar. Last but never the least, I would like to extend my wholehearted gratitude to all the participants for your time and interest. Thank you all, and I hope you have a great day ahead. Ending the event now, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.